Mastering ETL processes. We're blindly trusting our data pipelines to chance without a traceable record of ETL process changes. Where do we, as stakeholders, document and manage changes to ETL processes, particularly with regard to version control and change management, to ensure seamless integration and data integrity in our data pipelines? In the context of ETL, extract, transform, load, processes, documenting and managing changes to these processes is crucial to ensure seamless integration and data integrity in data pipelines. To achieve this, stakeholders can utilize a combination of tools and methodologies to effectively manage changes and maintain version control. Firstly, a dedicated documentation repository should be established to track and store changes to ETL processes. This repository can be in the form of a version control system such as Git, which allows for the tracking of changes, collaborative editing, and rollbacks in case of errors. This centralized repository will serve as a single source of truth, providing stakeholders with a clear understanding of the changes made to ETL processes over time. To ensure seamless integration and data integrity, it is essential to implement a change management process that involves the following steps. 1. Change request. Stakeholders request changes to ETL processes, providing detailed descriptions of the required modifications, along with the rationale behind them. 2. Change assessment. A change assessment committee, comprising representatives from relevant teams, evaluates the change requests, assessing their impact on the overall data pipeline and potential risks associated with their implementation. 3. Change approval. Once the change request is approved, the change assessment committee documents the change and assigns a unique identifier to track it. 4. Implementation. Authorized developers or ETL engineers implement the approved changes, ensuring that they adhere to established coding standards, best practices, and organizational guidelines. 5. Testing and validation. Thorough testing and validation of the modified ETL process are performed to ensure data integrity and accuracy. This involves executing the ETL process with different scenarios and data sets to verify that it produces the expected results. 6. Deployment. After successful testing, the modified ETL process is deployed to production, and the changes are documented in the version control system. 7. Monitoring and feedback. Post-deployment, the modified ETL process is continuously monitored for performance, data quality, and integrity issues. Feedback from stakeholders and end users is solicited to identify areas for improvement and optimize the ETL process further. In addition to the change management process, implementing a version control system like Git enables stakeholders to track changes to ETL code and associated documentation, collaborate on modifications and resolve conflicts, roll back to previous versions in case of errors, maintain a record of changes, including authorship and timestamp. To ensure that changes are properly documented and managed, stakeholders can utilize tools such as 1. ETL metadata management tools. Tools like Apache NiFi, Informatica PowerCenter, or Talend provide features for tracking changes, collaborations, and version control. 2. Agile project management tools. Tools like Jira, Asana, or Trello help in tracking changes, assignments, and progress of ETL process modifications. 3. Documentation tools. Tools like Confluence, SharePoint, or Microsoft Teams facilitate collaborative documentation, version control, and tracking of changes. By implementing a robust change management process, leveraging version control systems, and utilizing specialized tools, stakeholders can ensure seamless integration and data integrity in their data pipelines, ultimately leading to reliable and high-quality data insights.